this computer. Good afternoon, my Cos1511 Group 7E students, and welcome to our Zoom session. According to what I have on my lesson plan, I'm supposed to be doing the following. Let's see, let's look at my, oh yes, validation, this think about the while loop, and I'm going to start with past year examination papers. I can see Anisu is on the call. Anisu, where are you calling me from? Hello to you, Anisu.
I'm okay, so I'm calling you from Midrand.
Midrand, welcome, Anisu. You don't mind me recording the session, Anisu?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you got no choice in the matter. I started it anyway. All right. So thank you, Anisu, for joining me. Quick question, Anisu. How's the assignment coming up, Anisu?
Yeah, it's coming out okay, slowly, but I think we're getting there.
Okay, okay. So today I'll help you a little bit about this concept of validation. Now you'll need to know what validation is because that's part of the assignment requirements. So Anisu, I'm going to share my screen and let's start afresh. Let's go to code blocks. Yay, I don't want you to see my solution. So Anisu, this is what you should have been working on, right? Your flight booking system. Anisu, can you see my screen and can you see it says enter full name?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to enter in A-N, how do I spell A-N-E-S-U, Anisu, K-A-M-O-M-B-E. Anisu, in order for me to have your first name and your surname, quick question, what programming statement would I use? C++.
What, sir?
In order for me to enter in your first name and your surname, what programming statement in C++ would I use?
Getline.
Yay, getline. Tilangalani, I did this with you some time ago, huh? Right, so getline. Now it says, Anisu, it says the available travel times for the flights are, and it says 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. Now, Anisu, we are programmers. And we have to think for the student or someone that's entering in data. Let's say, for instance, they go into enter in 7. All right, so if they enter in 7, what do you think will happen, Anisu?
Since 7 is not on the options, the loop must not go on. It must stop and ask the user to enter again a number between 1 and 5.
Yeah. Hey, welcome, Malcolm. Welcome, Malcolm. Right.
Yes,
so,
yes. Yeah.
So, Malcolm, do you agree with what Anisu said, Malcolm? We're talking about validation.
Yes.
Okay, I think your network is a bit slow. Why don't you switch your video off and maybe it'll help with the network issues.
I can hear.
I can see you. Thank you for putting your camera on. Okay, so validation basically, like Anisu has mentioned, is that we want to ensure that the person enters what we want to enter in. So if I enter in 7, it's going to run a loop basically to say, no, you got to choose 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So if I enter in 8, the loop is going to go again. If I enter in 9, it's going to go in. Only when I select 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 will it work. Listen to the way I said 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. It's going to work. So let's say I enter in 3, and then it goes on to the next part of it, which requests from the user the seat, which is A1, A2, and last week and the week before I said A3 because Audi A3. I like the Audi A3 car. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording because I don't want you all to see my solution, and I'm going to continue the recording thereafter. I've never done this before, but there's always a first time for stopping the recording. And, oh, well, not stopping to pause the recording. So let's just. All right, so we took a small break because I don't want to share the solution on the assignment. I want you to work hard to ensure that you are able to validate the entry that a user has to select, right? So if you have to select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the only time that it would run the program. So here I have another program. I just want to take you through this one because validation requires the use of a loop. It also requires you to make a decision. And it will only stop when the program, well, it basically has a terminator to stop it. So let's run this one. Anisu, tell me, can you see my screen, Anisu?
Yes.
Anisu, I'm right. So here we go. It's running line number 10. So now we're talking about a simple tracing of a program. And when I'm going to talk about past year questions, you're going to see how important tracing a program is all about, right? Or to work out a variable diagram. So when you're running the program, you'll say, hey, I'm running from line number 10. But Anisu, guess what happened? I also ran line number 8 and line number 9, not me, the compiler. And what happened there was sum was equal to 0, many is equal to 0. Now it runs line number 12. It says, I need to enter in a list of numbers. So that's where I got C out, and it says, while C in value, this is another way of writing a while statement. So I'm going to enter a list of numbers. Let's enter in 502, right? The sum so far is 502. So what did it do? It ran sum is equal to sum plus value. This is another very important concept that appears in programming. You have what is known as a running sum. So it adds and adds and adds. And if you want to have a running sum, you need to do it in a loop. Many is plus plus. That means many is equal to many plus 1. This is your counter. So let's go on. The sum so far is 625. So it took 502 and it added to 1, 2, 3. Let's go and enter in 0. So it says it's 625. Now you'll realize in order to end, I need to press Control plus D. Control plus D. And it stops the program. So this is another way of using a loop and ensuring that the loop stops upon a particular command that you have been given. Okay, so in my case, the command that I gave was Control D. Now that's not very good programming practice, in my opinion. I feel that you should not be using a Control D or to break the running of the program. You should be having a variable as a sentinel variable to stop the program from. Okay, so that was the loop. And again, I'm running the loop. Let's see what it needs. I need to terminate the loop, and the terminating thing here was Control plus D. I have another program that I want to show you quickly on the concept of running the loop and.
Say,
Yes.
okay. Can you open the previous program? There's something I want to confirm with you.
Sure. Is that Anisu?
Yes.
Anisu, which one? The flight booking example?
No, like the validating one.
Okay.
One that
was it this one? Right. What about it?
Okay. So where you put on this while loop, I see you said whilst C in is the value. So
Yes.
we'll continue to enter values, but
Yes.
I'm confused that I don't see where the condition of Control plus D, is it because Control plus D is a string? Then we want to enter.
Okay, that's a good
number.
point. That's a good point, right? And you know what I'd like you to do is it's in your guide. I picked it up from your study guide. Let me see if I can get your study guide where it is. I'll just give you a reference right now. I'm calling it validation 3, Control F CTRL. Let's see if we can find that for me. Yes, there we go. The string control break. Did I see it there? Here's the loop. So do me a favor, look for it in your study guide. And there's it on page 171. The reason I wanted to show you this is, like I said, this lesson is about validating numbers and ensuring that we can stop the loop from running or the menu option. And in my opinion, this is one way of stopping the loop or to come out of a loop, right? Control D. And it's found on page 171, Anisu. And I'd like you to go and read what it talks about using this control D. It says that this use of a while loop is quite strange. It's strange because it doesn't appear to have a control variable. You might think that value is the control variable, but isn't it not the value of da 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 da? So go ahead and read that, okay? What is even more strange is that it has C in value is used as a condition of the while loop, right? As soon as Cn tries to input a value and fails, then the user enters control plus D. So why I'm telling you about this is, earlier on in the flight booking example, whenever we entered in a value other than 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, it requested me to enter it in again and again and again. And this time I can tell you to get out of it is using control plus D. So Anisu, would you go and read up on page 171 from your study guide? Oops, I'm not sharing the screen, Anisu. Why didn't you tell me, Anisu, I'm not sharing the correct screen? Anisu, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Were you able to see that control plus D, page 171?
Yeah, I was seeing it.
Oh, okay, good, good. I thought I wasn't sharing my screen, but I realize now you're telling me that I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Right, where's my... Right, new share, and I'm sharing the screen. Right. Okay, so Anissa, would you read page 171?
Okay, just a second.
Okay. No, not now. Don't do it now. Whenever you have time, right? Okay, so there it is, Anisu. Right, there's a screen there. Right, let's put it on top. Okay, Anisu. Good question. Next one, Anisu, another question you have about this program or any previous program?
No, it's okay.
You're okay. Right. So here's another loop that I want to show you about, validating numbers and also stopping the loop from running after a while, right? So let's run this program. This is always a nice way of doing it. I copied and pasted from your study guide, and I'm going to run the program, right? Build and run. So it says enter in an integer, and integer is 1. It contains 1 digit. Let's run it again. Enter in an integer, 45. 45 contains 2 digits, 4 and 5 are the digits. Let's run the program again. Right, here's the loop. So in terms of running the program, validating your numbers that are entered in, it's got a do loop. Initially, or the previous program I spoke to you was a while loop. And here's a nice comment. It says, a do while loop is better than a normal while loop in this situation because the body of the loop must always be executed at least once. Even if the user enters 0, this number consists of a single digit, so the body of the loop must be executed. Now, why I chose these two programs, it highlights to you where the condition of the loop is. Anisu, unmute. Where do you find the condition of this loop, Anisu?
The condition of the while loop here.
Yeah. What line number?
Line number 17.
Correct, correct. Let's look at this one. Where's the condition of this while loop? Line number, Anisu?
12.
Yes, it's in line number 12. So if you look at the two differences of the loop condition was at the bottom, and the other one, the loop condition was in the top. That's an important difference with these two loops. The while loop, the condition is on the top. The do while loop, the condition is at the bottom. And like it's correctly pointed out from your study guide, by the way, I took these examples from your study guide. The loop has to run at least once because it can only compare it, like you correctly pointed out, Anisu, in line number 17. Okay, so that's all I'm going to talk to you about this loop. And I helped you with a hint for your assignment about validating it and why we need to run through it and how we need to access only entries 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because that would reflect 1 at 7 o'clock in the morning, 2 would be whatever time and so forth. All right. Okay, so let's go on to the next thing that I was supposed to talk to you about for today. So Anissa, I'm sharing this screen with you that says Wakelet. Do you see Wakelet on the top there, Anissa?
Yes.
Right, great. So I'm going to share this link. I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to put this in the chat because now we're starting with exam revision. Right, Anisu? What do you say to that idea, Anisu?
Yeah,
Is that
it's a brilliant idea.
It's a good idea. And Anisu, which paper did I choose of here, Anisu?
Which one, sir?
Which exam paper?
Me, I would go for the latest one, the recent one. Can you scroll a
Okay,
bit? So that
okay. Okay, I can go for the latest one, but which one I chose?
yeah, the one for June.
No, not June. What's it written here? June, what year?
May 2011.
Yeah. Is it a bit older, Anisu?
Yeah, I think so. It's
It's
11
about
years
10 years
back.
older. It's about 10 years old. Okay. Doesn't really matter. Let's have a look at it. And let's see what came out 10 years ago. And it may just give me an idea of what would have appeared in 2022, right? So let's look at May 2011. All right, so there's the exam paper. And let's see how it says. It says University of South Africa, and they had multiple choice questions in there. So let's see what sections appeared in the paper. Anissa said to me that, listen here, this is an old paper. It's 10 years old. So I'm looking at question 1. Question 1, they have functions in there. Anissa, did you do functions in 2022?
Yes.
Anissa?
Yes, I did.
You did functions in 2022. So do you think, even though I chose a paper from 10 years ago, May 2011, what happened in 2011? You think it could appear in 2022?
Yes.
About functions. Okay, let's look at the next question. Question 2. It says, suppose the following declaration appears. And oh, look at the word void, V-O-I-D. Quick revision, Anisu. What do you know about a void function?
A void function doesn't return any value.
Okay, well, that's right. Yes, that's right. It doesn't return. What does it do generally?
What does it do to what?
What does it do? Why would I use a void function?
In my case, I would use a void function if I would want to use also a reference parameter.
Okay, see, now a reference parameter will return something, right? So really and truly speaking, then it won't be a void function anymore, okay? For me, as a programmer, now you get some of these, purists as programmers, they will say if it's a void function and we're not giving anything back, then we should not be using a reference parameter. We should be just printing out something like the menu, or to say thank you, or some little stars. I'm not sure if you looked at your study guide and they had some triangles being printed. That's where you'll use a void function. Okay, Anisu? Okay? Anisu, did I lose you?
Yes, no,
Okay, thank you, Anisu, right? Please, the rest of you can also jump in and tell me, sir, you're taking a paper from over 10 years ago, and now you're telling me you're wasting my time on a Saturday. I could be busy watching a movie or going to the shops or playing soccer or watching TV. Let's look at the next one. It says, suppose the following declaration appears in the main function of a C++ program. String show date, int seat number, float price. Suppose the following function call appears in the main function. So there's my main function. Oh, the 66 and 99 looks a bit weird, huh? One day code blocks will take that. Which of the following options is a correction function header? Anisu, check it out. They're talking about functions again. All right, and here's the void functions. And can you see, like you said, you could have a reference parameter in there. But to me, I feel that a void function must simply not return anything, right? I don't want it to return. I don't want it to give out a value. That's just my personal opinion. Let's look at the next one, Anisu. Consider the following C++ code and answer the questions below. Int x is equal to 25, y is equal to 9, z is equal to 17. Now the question says, if x is greater than y, then it goes on. That means 25 is greater than 9. True. So I go into that one. It says, is x less than z? No, it's not. So it goes to the next line. Is x greater than z? Is 25 greater than 17? Now, I'd like you to try this program with a pencil and paper and not necessarily using the code blocks compiler. What do you think of that idea? Anisu?
I think it's a idea.
It's a good idea because you don't have the compiler at your disposal in the exam, right? So I'm going to just do this May 2011 Q. I'm going to answer this question for you using the compiler, right? I'm the tutor. I can do what I like, right? I think I'm going to use, this is question 4. So Q4. So what I'm teaching you now is a strategy of how I want you to answer these papers. So in here, you must remember, you don't have me, Anisu, all the time, right? You only see me on a Saturday at 12 o'clock, right, Anisu? And sometimes you don't even come. Anisu?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah. Like I said, you only see me on a Saturday, huh? Anisu?
Yes, sir.
You only see me on a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Now,
in the group.
I'm in the group, okay, the WhatsApp group. Now, you need to be able to work out these answers for yourself, right, Anisu? So you need to do a pen and pencil or paper and work it out. What do you think the answer is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, which one is the answer? 25, 9, 17, 0, undefined. Do you know? If this question appeared in 2022 exam.
Yeah, I would have to trace it.
Yes, trace it. Okay, now once you trace it and you need to work out the answer and you need to see that the answer is correct, what you're gonna do, Anisu? Are you gonna phone me and ask me?
No.
No, what are you gonna do?
If I check it and I see the answer is what?
How are you gonna check it, Anisu?
After I try it with my notepad, I'll have to paste
On
it
your
in code
notepad?
blocks.
Yeah, paste it into code blocks, right? So paste it into code blocks. There we go. I pasted into code blocks. And now you'd be able to check your answer, right? You're going to check your answer. And let's just simply put down out there.
Sorry, sir. It's
Yes.
Tinsolo. I
Yes.
wanted to take a try.
Yes.
Can I try? Is it not gonna be 0, sir? Because x is already greater than x, z.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's 0.
You think it's 0? Okay,
I think
thank
it's
you.
0.
Is that Telangalani? Who's that? I can't recognize the voice.
It's Tinsolo.
Tinswallow. Sorry, Tinswallow. I'm sharing my code block screen. I don't know whose mic is unmuted. Okay. So this is what I have done now, right? So
Yes.
Let's see now, right? Let's see what happens. Let me go and I'm just making up the answers so that I want to create independent students. I don't want y'all to be dependent on me all the time. Right, Tinswallow? So Tinswallow thinks that the answer is 0. Is that what you say, Tinswallow?
Yeah, I think it's 0, say.
Okay, let's see now. Tinswallow says 25 is greater than y. That's true. It'll go inside. Is 25 less than 17? No. So it's going to come out over here. He says, is 25 greater than 17? Yeah. All right. So Tinswallow says the answer is 0. Tinswallow, should we take a bet on this, Tinswallow?
Yes, let's do.
Oh, Tinswallow is a gambling person. Okay. Anisu, you want to take a bet with Tinswallow? Anisu,
Yes, sir.
you want to take a bet with Tinswallow?
Yeah, from my, I think I'm going with the else. I
Okay,
don't
for
think so.
me,
I'm going with 17.
You're going with 17. Okay. Right. So we got
And then-
2. Is that Telangalani? Telangalani, what do you
yeah,
think?
I think it's 25 there.
Okay, Telangalani says it's 25, right? Let's see who's right. Okay, so let's run the program.
So the last C out has double semicolons.
Oh, thank you. Right, should have picked that up. Let's just close that. I like to work one at a time. I close that, run it. So the answer there is 25, X is 25, Y is 9, and Z is 17. So Anisu, you said that the answer is 25.
I said 17.
Right.
I said
Telangalani?
17.
Telangalani,
Yes,
check it out. You lost the bet.
yeah.
Telangalani,
You see, what does it say? The answer is 25.
yes, the value of X is 25.
That's what I said.
You said,
Yeah,
oh, you
but-
said 25. Who said 0?
Yes, it's me.
It's
who said
me.
25.
It's Tinswallow said 0.
Oh,
but sir, the
Tinswallow
code
said,
is
oh, sorry,
same.
Tinswallow. Oh, well done,
Yeah.
Telangalani. Well done, well done.
Yeah.
And also Anisu was right.
But then, sir, how is that? Is that because the if statement there, it's saying we're starting with X equals to 25, isn't
Correct.
it?
Is 25
Yeah.
greater, is
And then-
25 greater than 9? True or false?
Yes, it is greater than 9. So then it enters that next if statement, isn't it?
Okay, right. And then? It
Oh,
asks,
I
is
see.
X-
Yeah.
Is 25
yeah.
greater than Z? Is 25 more than 17? Yes or no?
Yes, it is. So then it exits that loop, isn't it?
That's right. When it
That the
exits
condition
that,
is not met.
yes, the condition
And
is
then
not-
now it comes here.
It
Is
comes
X
out
greater
basically.
than Z?
Yes.
Yes, X is greater than Z. But then why is it saying X equals to
It
0?
ignores
then?
it. No, this is else if it's on this part of the if statement. Right?
Oh,
This is a bit
I
of a tricky
see.
one.
That's-
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
bit of
no,
a
I
tricky
got
one.
it.
It's a bit
Yeah.
of a tricky one.
Probably when it says X is equals to 0, that it says that X can be anything. The X starts from 0 and then it can be any number then, depending on the if statement.
Depending on if
I
statements.
see. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
that's
that's what
what
it is.
confused me because I thought it was resetting the value of X to 0.
Oh, okay. But anyway, that's
Yeah.
what this that's what this exercise is all about, is to show you
Yeah.
just how tricky the questions were in 2011, right? We'll
That is
go through it all the way, but what the important point is out here, we know that functions came out, we know that they spoke about the function header, and now that they had an if statement and an else if statement. So now we're trying to spot what came out, what are important concepts in the exam. Let's look at it, and you also know now how to answer this question, all right? Obviously, you won't have access to a code block, so you may not be able to, but there we go. Let's look at the next one. It says, suppose the input value for alpha is 5. What is the value of alpha after the following C++ code has been executed? So they say alpha is 5. Oh, Anisu, there's the switch statement you were talking about. So Anissa, do you want to take a guess before I try the answer out on code blocks?
Give me a minute. I'm
Okay,
still breaking
okay.
it.
Okay.
Ten.
You say it's 10.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Anybody else wants to guess? Not guess, you should take an intelligent guess.
Chinswalo, take a guess.
I'm still working it out.
It's a 10. It's a
'Cause
10.
You
Who's
say
that
10.
one? Oh,
But it starts like this. Alpha starts at 5, then it goes to case 2, isn't it? It
If
says
it's 5, alpha is
5 plus
5, it'll go to,
yeah,
it'll go to case 2.
2, yes.
Why will
Then
it go
it
to case 2? The input value for alpha is 5.
yes. That's a tricky one, say, because it's not. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
To
Nah,
swallow?
I'm confused now.
Okay, you're confused. Okay, doesn't matter.
Yes.
As long as the confusion is now, right? The confusion is now, and the confusion is not later on, okay? When I say later on, I mean
During the
in
exam.
October, in the real
Yeah,
exam.
yeah.
Anisu, what do you think the answer is? You said the answer is 10.
yeah, I think the answer is 10 because since the Cin value of alpha is 5,
Mhm.
it means also here on the switch statement where it's alpha, there's a 5 also.
Right?
So it will go on case 5, which
Yeah.
says alpha is equals to 2 times alpha, of which 5 is the alpha. So it's 2 times 5, which is 10.
Correct, correct. Now, after it finishes this, what happens in case 6?
After case 6 or in case 6.
No, okay. Oh, so it just takes that value, right? Now, let me tell you, let's look at case 6. What happens in case 6? What's out here? What's this word here?
Break.
Break. So keep that in mind when we are working out the answer, okay? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this.
So,
and I'm going to run this in code blocks. I'm not sure that the answer is really 10.
for me,
It's
I think I
15.
see
It's
now.
15.
Oh, who's
Yeah.
that? Who's
I think
talking
it's
there? Who's
15.
talking there? Bawalia. Is it Walia? Or your name came.
Babalwa.
Yes, it's
Babalwa,
Babalwa. It's
Babalwa.
15. Yeah.
Oh, Babalwa says it's 15. Now we got a new choice.
yeah, even
I think I see the light now because the alpha is the case number, isn't it? So
Okay,
yeah. So
yeah.
if alpha is 5, then it means you go to case 5.
Yeah.
The switch statement executes case 5, which is 2 times 5.
Okay.
The alpha is 5. That would be
2
10.
times, right.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Which is 10. Yeah.
Right.
I think.
Oh, okay, you think it's 10. Okay. And Babalwa says it's 15. I don't know how Babalwa got that, but she's going to explain that to me just now, right? So I'm going to take this.
Yes.
and also for me, I think it's 15. I stick with 15 also.
There's
Oh,
no.
no. You can't change it now. You said 10. Didn't you say 10? Didn't you say 10?
No, it's Langilani.
Oh, okay. You said I forgot what I'm losing track of who said what here now, right? Okay. So this is what I'm doing now. I've copied that into code blocks, and I've compiled the program. Right. Let's see what's missing here. Is it missing a? All right, missing a terminator there, right? Okay, so before I run the program, how many of you all say it's 10?
Insala says 10.
Okay, Tinswalo says it's 10. Who says it's 15?
It's Langilani says
Me,
it's 15.
Babalwa.
Right, Babalwa says it's 15. Right, let's see who's right. Okay, I'm going to run the program, and after I run the program, I'll give you the explanation. They said the input there is 5. Oops, I forgot to output the statement. I'm sorry. Let me go and put that down there. Just before I enter the loop, I'm going to say C out ALPHA. ALPHA. Right? Let's go and build it and run it. Right? So it says seen. I don't have any statement there. It just got 5. Hey. Switch. Sorry about that. Give me a second. And let's run the program again. Right. Check it out. Check it out.
Yes.
Check it out.
It is 15.
Who said 15? Who said
This
15?
thing is a wizard. How did it get there? Can you
Ah.
please?
I think the trick
Because
there, it was the
there's no
break.
break.
Yes, it's the
Yeah,
break.
the break between
Remember
five
the
and
case
6.
four,
Right. See that?
case
Yes.
4, case 5,
Wow.
and case 6 goes together.
Yeah. I think the lecturer was
5
being
and the 6 go.
right. Now watch this, right? Watch this.
Oh, I see.
Watch this
Ish.
now.
Yeah.
I'm going to put in this statement. Right? I'm going to put in that
I think
statement.
I got it. Sure, I'm glad I attended this session.
Oh, thank you. You made my afternoon. You made my afternoon. Right. Right. Talk to me. Talk to me now. If I put a break in there, what happens now? What do you think the answer is
Yeah,
going to be?
and it stops there. Then
what-
it will be 10 now, I think.
Okay. Babawa, what do you think the answer will?
I think the answer will be 12 there.
What the answer
Because
will be?
alpha has
The answer for
alpha
me,
plus.
Totlangilan, it will be 10.
Okay.
Yeah, the answer
Talangalani
is
says 10. Let me do a run.
Yes.
Build and run. 5. And the answer is 10. Right? Can you
Yes.
see how important it is to have break statement?
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Now, this is what you need to do when you are studying for your exams. You take past year papers, you work on your own. I've got plenty of other papers as well, right? But we will do one at a time, right? We'll do it one at a time, always a paper here. And we won't take everything from 2010, 2011. We'll just check how they worked on it, right? Let's look at the next question. It says, consider the following C++ code segment. Int calc result, and then they have int I limit, int I index equals 0, int I result equals 0. While index is less than equal to I limit, I result plus equals to I index plus plus, return I result. What will be the output of the following statement in the main function? Anybody wants to give me an answer?
Yeah, we are still figuring it
Working
out.
Okay, I'll give you
Yeah.
5 minutes to work it out. Or not 5, say 3 minutes. While I have some water. No, I think you couldn't get hold of him. Thanks for me. Yeah. Hey. Oh, okay. Huh?
Oh, for me, I think it's 6.
You said the answer is 6. Okay, let's see if I
Yes.
take 3, I limit is 3, I index 0 is less than equal to 3, correct? 3 plus, right? Okay. I'm not going to give the answer. Let the other people work it out as well.
I think it's a
I
4.
also think it's 6.
Okay, I got two people.
I think
with
it's a 4. I think
one
it's
person
4.
says 4. Now, you're not just guessing. I hope you all are doing some work. When I say variable
Yes, we are
diagram,
doing some work. Yeah.
good. I'm just having to see students in my class. At least I could walk around, check on them, but under Zoom conditions, this is what I've got to do. All right, so again, in order to check my work, you don't need me now. You've got the compiler. Let's go and copy this into the compiler. You see, Anisu, can you check my computer? Can you come check my computer screen?
Yeah.
All right, I copied that into there. That's functions, so it's above it. And they tell me that they're calling up the main program. Oopsie, not that one. Here we go. Let's see out. And in the main program. And I don't need this thing about alpha anymore. So Anisu, you didn't give me an answer, Anisu. Anisu.
Yes, sir.
You didn't give me an answer.
Can I see those? Okay.
Oh,
can
you're
I
gonna see
have
the question. You're
minute?
gonna see the question again. Okay. Here's the question, Anisu. Can you see that, Anisu?
Yeah, I can see.
Right. What's your answer?
I'm still working on it.
Okay. Okay. Anissa, I have to continue, right? Because you know I got to go and do some gardening and household chores and all of that. It's already 10 to 1. Okay. All right. And I told my wife, no, I'm finishing up at 1 o'clock. And then she'll say, oh, you can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Anisu? Anisu?
Yes, sir.
Right. Can I compile and get the answer? You want to, or unless you want to take an intelligent guess. You want to take an intelligent guess, Anisu?
0.
0. You say 0. Okay. Tinswalo, what's your answer, Tinswalo?
For me, I think it's a 6.
You think it's a 6. And Babawa, are you there?
I think it's a 4, sir.
Okay, let's see who's right. Let's build and run. Ta-da! Who said 6? Tinswalo.
And Tlangi, and
Yes, for
Tlangelani.
the first time I'm right.
Oh, Telangalani. Oh, okay.
Tlangelani, I thought 6 for me.
Right, good. I hope the 6 was, you didn't take a guess and you have you drew a
No,
very,
no, you know why I made a mistake?
why?
The C++. I forgot that the C++ it adds in 1. I thought the C++ adds 3 plus 3. I mean
No,
the
it's
X++.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, so it adds 1. Now I understand. No, it's
Good,
okay.
good. Now, this is what you need to do. You will need to run this program where it says calc result. Instead of 3, I want you to put in the value of 4 there. And
Yeah.
this time, if you can work it out without the compiler, Anybody wants to try the answer without the compiler?
Yeah, it's gonna be 5 now.
Let me run.
If
Let's
if
do a
our
comp-
X is 4.
Right, let's build and run this. Let's build and run it. The answer is 10. The answer is 10.
What did it change? What did
I
don't
changed
see what
calc
it
result
changed.
to be 4. Instead of 3, I said 4. The answer is
Oh,
10.
you said 4.
Yeah. So Tinswalo and Anisu, in order to check that you understand the concept involved in this question, you need to make up your own question. So you need to put in 4, 5, 6, or any other value and see whether you can get to that answer. Okay.
Noted, sir.
Right, 6. Let's see if I put 6 out there. Don't take a guess now. You can't take a guess. You build and run the program, and you say, hey, the answer comes up to be 21. How did they get 21? Right? So 6 is passed across as I limit. I index, which is 0, is less than equal to 6. I result takes on the value of I result plus index, which is 0 plus 6. Or is it I index was, draw your variable diagram and come to the answer. Okay, so what I've given you today is a strategy of answering this question on your own, Right? Let's look at the next question. What will be displayed on the screen by the following code? Int num equals 3, while num is equal to 3, C out number. Here's my quotation, 66 and 99. Which one is the answer? Int num is equal to 3. Which one will be the answer? Question number 7. Anisu, this time they're testing you on your ability to understand the while loop.
So it's Mongile here. I think the correct number is 3 plus 4.
You said, Sibongile says 3 plus 4. Okay, it's already 4 minutes to 1. I'm going to quickly copy this. I'm going to see if Sibongile is right. I don't know the answers.
And then for
C.
Tlangelan, I think it's 3 plus.
Oh, it's 3 plus. Okay, I don't know, right? Let's see.
Yeah,
the
I
answer.
also think it's 3 plus.
Okay, all right. Let's go and control V. There's it out there. Int number is equal to 3. Right, that line comes out. So let's build and run this program. And what's missing out here? Missing line. Expected at the end of the line. Oops, I got an extra line there. So build and run. The answer is 3 plus. Both of y'all are wrong.
Oh, at least we're getting the hang of this.
Yeah. Right, Tinswalo, look at it, Tinswalo. In line number
Yes.
7, it says int number is 3 equal to 3? Correct.
Yes.
Right? It goes there and it runs it and says number, which is
The
3
other one is just a
plus.
C out statement.
Yes.
Wow.
Then it says it increments the value of 3 with, it says number which was 3, it becomes 4. It goes up. Is 4 equal to 3? No, it comes out. All right. Now, I want y'all to run the program where you change the value of number equals to 3 to something else and see what will be the output. So the answer there was.
Is the while condition
Number 2.
still 3, sir?
Yes. I don't, you can make your own so that you answer the question.
Okay.
And
I
you
see.
get an understanding of what is going on out there.
Yes.
So the same way you can answer the other questions as well. But most importantly, what is noted is that in 2011, they tested you on your ability to understand the if statement, the ability to understand the while statement, and your ability to, with functions. Let's see what else they did that appeared in 2021. Right? 2021, if I go to the end of this program, hey, they spoke about a struct. Define a struct. Look at that, look at that. Right? This appeared in 2021, which was last year, the talk of a struct. All right, it's almost 1 o'clock. I'm going to stop my recording now, and we will continue with a quick hot tip for the assignment, and also we will work out a past year question paper, all right, for next week. But if you want to work on your own in the meantime, I also have the solutions available to you. So here's all the solutions for May 2011, and there's the answers there. All right. Okay. Anisu, can you see that, Anisu?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Right, so there's the answers as well. Okay. Right, so don't look at the answers, first work it out on your own. If you can't get the answer, then you look at your notes to see what it is, and then you get to the answer. All right, and I promise you, if you look at past year exam papers and you work with that, that will help you with the end of the year exam. All right, any more questions? I'm going to stop the recording now. And if you want a quick chat, we can chat.
Yes, sir.
Yes, let's stop the
I wanted to
recording.
ask